Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of Battle of the Brands. We're going to get it right this time and actually record the Raw.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be
the
good.
third Raw, the final one before SummerSlam. So all we've got is one more SmackDown after this. Then we have our first pay-per-view of the series.
The biggest party of the summer.
Pretty stacked card at the moment, I believe.
Speaking of cards, I'm playing WWE Slam and I'm just getting shit cards.
I haven't had anything good on that for a good couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
Like, I've just got 50 grand for the weekly bonus, and so far I'm 40 grand down and getting nothing.
I opened a pack the other day that had like a 5% chance of orange. All silvers. All whites. But anyway, enough about...
Oh, got a Q of Flight card there.
That's alright. Enough about Top Slam. Let's run the show. As we open up with a little recap video showing off the highlights of the Universal Championship tournament so far. So Cesaro, Jericho, Cena, Orton, Rusev, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins and Sheamus shown in that video. Got us a 75 B-. And the first match, the first semi-final. First semi-final. About that had good heat and decent wrestling. Cesaro defeated Rusev in 15 minutes 58 when Rusev intentionally got disqualified. What I'm thinking, basically, Cesaro's doing his uppercut train. They're on the outside by the timekeeper's area. As Cesaro's running up, Rusev just leans over, picks up a chair, hits Cesaro with it. Just protect his, basically stop him from getting pinned or whatever. And obviously he'd kept the title anyway, but he didn't want to get pinned with the title. 74 B-, just keeps Rusev stronger than a pin or submission would. So we go backstage, got Jericho on the phone complaining to Stephanie McMahon about his treatment the last couple of weeks.
I'd love to see Jericho just list off random shit that's happened. Like, backstage, the person in catering didn't even compliment me scarf.
Yeah, pretty much all of that. Just complain about his treatment, how he's the first undisputed champion of all time. He deserves better.
Yeah, he does. He's the best.
So we go into some tag team action, where the Ascension defeated the Primetime Players in 7:24 when Connor defeated Titus O'Neil by pinfall with a fall of man. Average ratings there. Connor and Darren Young higher than the others.
Yeah, what do you think of the Primetime Players feuding with each other?
I couldn't care less.
Exactly. But Sami Zayn doesn't have a feud.
Make Darren Young great again by doing the same old shit that they did 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
it was boring then as well. But you know what? Bob Backlund.
It's fucking pathetic.
And then in a decent match, Big Cass gets revenge for last week for Enzo by defeating Kofi Kingston in 10 minutes and 44 by pinfall of an East River Crossing. Decent ratings from the two there, 65C. Can't complain with that.
No.
Backstage with Alexa Bliss talking to Tom Phillips. She says her win against Bayley, even though it was by a bit of a flash pinfall, it wasn't fluke, it wasn't luck. She is a legitimate threat in the women's division, and that she's here to stay. Following that, Baron Corbin defeats Mark Henry in 7:35 by pinfall of an End of Days. Just building up Baron Corbin. He picked up the win on Darren Young. He's a smaller guy, and now he's picked up the win on Mark Henry, who's one of the big... Do you class him as a super heavyweight?
Yeah, he's like 400 pounds, man.
He's a big super heavyweight. To pick him up in the End of Days and land that is impressive. Mark Henry improving his performance, but just build up Baron Corbin to be a legitimate threat.
It would be a good thing to see.
Then in some women's action, Alexa Bliss and Dana Brooke defeated Bayley and Becky Lynch in 9:46 when Alexa Bliss defeated Bayley by pinfall after a distraction from Dana Brooke. That should be flash pinfall. Basically, Bayley's getting ready to do a Bayley to belly.
Yeah.
And then Dana Brooke gets up on the apron, distracts Bayley. She turns around to hit Dana Brooke, and Alexa Bliss rolls her up from behind for the win. Steals another one. Becky Lynch head and shoulders above everyone else. That's a good performance by Becky for a women's wrestler in this game. Or in this mod, I should say. No worker improvements, though, sadly. You'd expect 4 young talents there. You'd just hope for a improvement, maybe. But then, next up, Mick Foley walking backstage. He finds Jericho. He's complaining to anyone who'll listen about his treatment. Mick saves him from Tom Phillips. Tells him that Steph has called him up and has booked him into a match tonight against Sami Zayn, which will be after this next match, I think. 77B. Jericho did a masterful job of improvising interaction.
Damn right. Do you know who else would do a masterful job?
Who?
Jim and Marvin Ludo.
Okay, sure. And then in about that had good wrestling, a decent reaction from the crowd. Shelton Benjamin defeated Sheamus in 10:20 by pinfall with a quick cradle. I've just remembered I forgot to add something into this show, but it'll be fine. The match got the crowd hotter. Sheamus had an in-ring performance of 80. Shelton Benjamin had an in-ring performance of 72. So 76 B-, very good. Sheamus improving his technical. I was just going to add Sheamus attacking Shelton from behind after the match. Just the fact that he's won by a cradle, a bit of disrespect. And then a disappointing match, in my eyes. Had good heat, decent wrestling. Sami Zayn defeated Chris Jericho in 13:17 by pinfall with a haluva kick. I was hoping for high 70s, maybe an 80 here.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe I shouldn't put All Out on, but
their in-ring performances are a bit disappointing though.
Yeah. And then following that freestyle segment, we had John Cena just talking about his loss last week to Rusev, but how he's going to bounce back and defeat AJ Styles at SummerSlam. 84B+. Very happy with that. Gets us back on track. Going into the main event of the evening. In an exceptional match, Seth Rollins defeated Randy Orton in 15 minutes and 52 seconds by pinfall with a pedigree. Sadly, the announcing and colour commentary let the match down. A bit of a lack of psychology as well. But those in-ring performances though.
Yeah, Seth's God.
Randy Orton with an 84. Seth Rollins with a 90. No worker improvements, but a 78B. As the other finalist of the tournament, Universal Championship Tournament, Cesaro, comes out on the top of the ramp as a stare down with Seth Rollins as we go off the air, and they will be facing off.
It's SummerSlam for the belt.
I think is that the main event of SummerSlam, or have you got the main event of this one?
My main event's Ambrose Del Rio. That's not main event.
Yeah, so this is the main event.
Yeah.
Cesaro versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. So we end the show. We get a 77. We've broken the Illuminati conspiracy.
Right.
Happy with that show.
Yeah.
Just trying to build up the women, because they are very poorly rated, poorly treated on this mod.
Again, once we get them built up, it's going to be a lot easier.
Yeah. Building up some of the lower talent, like the Ascension, like Baron Corbin, Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
We'll continue.
Really cooled.
The thing that's annoyed me there, we've lost popularity in 18 regions for a show that's 1 rating lower than our popularity.
Yeah.
Get a bit of mail. Mark Haskins, he's on our shortlist, has signed a non-exclusive contract extension with Smash. Chris Jericho's unhappy with his booking, but
I bet he can't wait for SummerSlam.
No spoilers, but after SummerSlam he'll be having a little mini feud that he'd probably be winning. Or actually, I don't know. I'll think about it. The total cost of the drug testing for last night was 11,000.
Christ.
We've got Cena, Sheamus and Jericho with some morale issues, but
All your guys.
Well, that's just it's the main event guys that are losing, and some of them have got to lose.
Exactly. None of my people are unhappy. Do I even have a single person on that list?
No. Oh yeah, Primo and Epico, and Neville, but they're for gimmicks.
See, I'm a good guy.
Epico doesn't have a gimmick for some reason.
I'm a people person. Can we give him a... No, he's on Raw.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give him a gimmick.
It's just Neville. See, that's on you.
They get to see the gimmick that we're going to give to Epico.
Can you just give him a released gimmick?
It's tempting, but...
Future Endeavored. I love how Ryback released it, wished the WWE the best of luck in their future endeavours.
Yeah. And then trash talks them constantly.
It's fucking brilliant.
So, I'd like to point out that Epico can play an old school face, but not an old school heel.
Just give him cocky or some shit. Proud ethnic, maybe?
Yeah, let's go for that. That is literally what they're doing on... thingy. Don't know what Primo's got. Old school heel. Well, that's enough for this episode. We'll see you in the next episode where we've got the final SmackDown before SummerSlam, the final show before SummerSlam.
Corned beef looks like shit.
Can Nathan beat a 77?
Yes, he can.
Let's
and then
find
he's going
out.
to beat the shit out of you.
See you next time.
Much love.